Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on last year's national champions, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sun Devils will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Cincinnati's offense will start this game off with the football. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense. Quickly complete.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his man. Shot down of bounds. He'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Snags it over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. With that snag, he now has 4,000 yards receiving in his career.
And that's an incredible number to hit, man. Like, you've got to make play after play. You've got to be available every single week. And also, Jesse, this is a guy that's been highlighted in this offense. You know the football's finding him. It's going to go his direction, and he continues to still be a playmaker.
I think he's a product of the system, no doubt about it. But this guy also has tons of talent. I think you would put this guy in any offense, and he would make plays. 4,000 receiving yards in a career, that's outstanding.
Touchdown, Bearcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And greeting them is a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The sudden change on the turnover, and Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole maybe. 2nd and 7. The Bearcats are threatening in the red zone. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And after success like that on the bootleg, that's going to change the way the defense plays now. Every single time from here on out, when the quarterback hands it off, they're going to have to leave a defender, a defensive end, or a linebacker outside just in case he decides to keep it. It's a positive play offensively, but it also now changes the way this defense is going to try and play the rest of the game.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! A quick strike, just as we expect.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
14, Arizona State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Wolf. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Owen. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punch. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This field position better than you could ever hope for. 1st and goal from the 8. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He makes a catch. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Works the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're working that left side. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Slams it ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Number 31. The catch and score.
The AT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Looking for room. It's Owen. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Makes him talk to the hand. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snap from the gun on third down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Quick release on the RPO. At the 35, he's loose. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Bearcats are on the move. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They are up by 7 over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I think a lot of running backs kind of gravitate towards that sideline. They want to bounce. They want to get out wide. But a lot of times I think you want to just stick that foot in the ground at some point. Just say, I get back to the line of scrimmage. I get 2 yards. Make it something positive instead of, stringing it out, stepping out of bounds, and it being a negative play like it was there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds us back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Sun Devils come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. Makes the catch. There he goes. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's complete to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
The offense changing the play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown Bearcats! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The short hands, it's Wolf. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Owen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. They're working that left side. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the move to his left. Rams him with the stiff arm. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Cincinnati, 49. Arizona State, 10.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, you got to pump it up. You got to pump it up, pump it up. You got to pump it up, pump it up. You got to pump it up, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
And the Bearcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from them a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And they're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Power football with the run. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Dances away. He's got the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Snap it to the back. Powers through the defender. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Soft spot in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Right on the money. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Cantrell. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Complete downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Number 8. in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run it. Got enough for the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets him down to the 48.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He's got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Snapped it in the shotgun. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Buys a little time. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays.
Touchdown, Bearcats! short pass to put the 6 on the board. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. Are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Cincinnati. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
The Bearcats are flying down the field. The give as they work on that clock. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He just threw it away, couldn't find a man, and I guessed at least he saved a few yards of field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down for the
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Going right to work up top. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.